olina ddeeyo nga yagamba tetujja kuba nnyimba zammwe tujja kubaza abanigeria neza abanigeria ozisasulira si za bwereere waliwo international treaties wa kitegeera it's not for free era eno bagiyita copyright amendment bill. It's recording rights as a neighboring it is the other countries that are neighboring with that.
Embera yaguddewo sometime during last week nga Eddy Kenzo Musuuza omukulembeze oba president wa federation omuntu abadde behind okupushinga copyright y'abayimbi oba y'aba creators mu ggwanga nga alina emboozi emu gy'ayisaawo agezaako kunyonyola eggwanga what is copyright, what is neighboring rights. N'agamba mu ndowooza ye he knew oba he thought we tugamba neighboring rights tuba tutegeeza ensi ezeetoolodde Uganda. Kampozinge so that sinks in. Eno video si yakuzala wa muntu yenna but it's a normal thing nti woine ekintu ky'opushinga kisomeeko. If you're demanding for something, at least have the basic knowledge of ekintu ekyo. It's a very worrying situation oba embeera yeraliikiriza okulaba nti omukulembeze abadde agoba ekintu tamanyi kye kitegeeza. Nga bangi kuffe, si lawyer, I'm not a lawyer, naye wemba ngenda kwogera ku kintu, at least I Google oba chat GPT it. Ngenda mu chat GPT oba mu Google ne ngamba kitegeeza ki kino. Nentegeera nti neighboring rights bategeeza kino. Copyright bategeeza kino. The terminology. Oyinza ogamba nti these are basics. Tekyalaze kifaananyi kirungi nnyo especially okuba nti ye mukulembeze. Naye mistakes happen. Tuli bantu, none of us is a custodian of knowledge. Okuyiga kubeerawo, there's always room for learning. Ekirungi waliwo yamucorrecti nze. Ye kenyini n'agamba nti I always thought neighboring rights means neighboring countries. Na admittinga. So yakiyize but eno challenge Eddy Kenzo Musuuza etteeka tula wansi olisome. So if heading nyini tomanyi kyetegeeza, do you know what the law means? Kyovula nti abantu nga Frank Ntambi baavaayo and they were so critical about the amendments and the act itself and how it's going to be implemented. Naye abayimbi bangi mwamulumba. Twakola video ku channel kweringa Frank Ntambi akunyonyola nga akwendowooza lwaki alowooza an amendment eno act oba law enegeno okujja might even make the musicians more poor. So oba tomanyi what neighboring rights means, ogenda tukonvinsinga otya nti walisoma, ogenda tukonvinsinga otya nti wasoma fine print of the amendments nga the title togimanyi. Naye nkugambye mistakes happen, none of us is a custodian of knowledge. Tuyiga, it's a learning process. Omuntu yafudde namucorrectinga. And emboozi we yatandika, the first thing I did kwali kugooglinga ki what the title means. Buli muntu otandikira, then n'ogenda mu details of how the law is going to work, over the amendments are going to work, ne implementation. Naye it's consistent, buli muntu akiwadde obudde n'akisoma ajja kugamba mulimu loopholes. And the whole fact oba okulaba nti omukulembeze abadde akipushinga, cause Eddy Kenzo Musuuza abadde vocal nnyo, akoze omulimu gw'amaanyi nnyo eno gundi okuyita. So kitiisaamuko okulaba nti omuntu abadde akipushinga tamanyi what the title means. Then something funny happened. Simanyi oba akakantu mwakalabye. B2C nga post ekugamba nti it's amazing the difference between animals n'abantu. Animals would never allow ensolo etasingayo magezi, saga kosa kigambo ekyo kwegamba member atasingayo magezi kuba leadinga. Simanyi kye bategeeza but tweet oba post yatambudde ng'embeera Eddy Kenzo Musuuza ekoze eki eguddewo. You can link 1 + 1 oba ofuna 2 you go ahead, oba ofuna 5 go ahead, naye nga eri ku internet. Simanyi kye badde bategeeza but it's a worrying situation okulaba nti omukulembeze wa federation gw'anigambye nti top boss teyasoma what the meaning of the title means, copyright and neighboring rights act. Teyasoma kantu ako. So yasoma details eziri mu tteeka tweyongereyo. Muganda wange MC Cuts abadde afumba omutwe ba YouTubers ne ba TikTokers nga bamitinga General n'akola pledge n'abagamba ngenda abawa 5 billion. MC Cuts yali mu background nga afumba mutwe. Remember, General yababuuza muli organized? Kasuku n'amugamba we are organized, we have a circle. MC Cuts yali mu background n'afumba omutwe kyekiddako. So he pushed for a federation. Akoze federation, association ez'enjawulo zijje babere wansi we. Nga federation agita ya social media. Wiki eno oba wiki ewedde bagironchinga. I'm sure so many people missed it naye nga Cuts abadde involved nnyo mu bigambo bya kugamba nti kintu kya government, but we all know this has Cuts written all over the place because abadde agezaako nnyo kufuna engeri ja penetratinga area eno. Oyinza okugamba nti he managed to pull it off. Video yatambudde ku internet nga bagironchinga. Watch.
Bagambye ayagala yajja kino kya gavumenti si kyaffe ng'abantu
kyamwe ng'abantu naye gavumenti ejjakola ki
tosobola kunkakasa nti Cuts tokina mu mukono kino. You do have a hand in this.
bayamba.
So officially
I think this is a certificate from URBS, and now this one is now the strategic partnership plan,
okay,
which is also
that's
here.
the countrywide tour of talking to influencers all over the country.
Exactly.
Awareness.
Making awareness. So what we need is Chiravera should move around the country and see how we can talk to people about this federation. Those who are willing to join can join. But I want to clarify that this federation is made of different associations. So that doesn't stop people who are Angole, people who are Zori, people
That's
who
why
are
they're going to go all over the country
to form their own
associations. Okay.
But eventually they should join the federation.
Last year nakola video nengamba MC Cuts think out of the box. You're so talented, you're a legend MC. Kwegamba ekintu ekikubye ku level that no MC in the country can ever do it. Ba MC abenjawulo mu ggwanga bayigira ku MC Cuts okufuuka ba MC. Kwegamba the word MC mu ggwanga lyaffe also gamba is synonymous with MC Cuts. What does MC Cuts go ahead and do? Twawulyako a few weeks ago nti agenda quittinga mainstream media ajje mu side yachi ya social media. Mu kaseera kano omuwulira nga ali mu mboozi za federation. Yes, you might not like what he's doing, naye oyinza ogamba nti afumba. He's trying as a man, he's trying ways of monetizing his talent and his personal brand. Mu kaseera kano omuwulira nga bagamba ali mu federation yaba social media influencers mu ggwanga nga bagenda kukola awareness campaign. Tekigenda kujja just awareness, kijja kujjiramu akasente. I know you might not like what he's doing, naye he's figuring out ways of making money out of this. Cause tukirabye nti mu ggwanga right now buli omu anoonya waliira. It's a sad situation nti eggwanga lirina ebintu bingi bye lyetaaga naye it's survival for the fittest. Ali fit ya surviving atuzzeyo mu jango. So MC Cuts afumbye obwongo. Yes, ajja kwegaana agambe nti federation government yegipushing. We all know nti it has Cuts written all over the place. Tumulabye nga ba promoters ba MC bamukuba ekikono okuva mu sente kyakoze n'afumba ekintu kye. Do I think he will make money out of it? I think he will. Nga we nagambye social media mu ggwanga mpya, so anyone who is sharp enough can make money out of it. And I think MC Cuts oyinza ogamba nti akubye shortcut. Twalabanga general ameetinga ba TikTokers, ba YouTubers n'apledginga sente z'apledginga. Ng'oyinza ogamba nti mu kaseera ako MC Cuts bani mukubye ekikono ne bamugjamu ne bagamba toli YouTube. Of course he has a YouTube channel because right now he's a podcaster. So toyinza gamba nti wafumba ekintu kya federation yaba social media influencers ojja kumugjamu. No, he is. Akola social media. Kigenda mukolera. I think it's sad nti omuvubuka alina okukola ebintu nga bino okusobola okukola ssente, but what do you want them to do? Embeera eri upside down in the country, abantu baavu, tebalina mirimo, and now they are seeing opportunities of somewhere that just coughs money like nothing. Nti given any situation, given any audience, omuntu ayinza okukola pledge n'agamba nkuwadde billion number. So people begin thinking, you create abavubuka nga balowoozamu eyo line yakufuna ngeri gye bakiryamu. Eno campaign oba federation ya ssente. Naye sijja kujja wano I begin blaming MC Cuts of trying to take advantage of that situation because yeriwo circles everywhere. Because of that, you're breeding situations where people are doing this. 10 years ago, 5 years ago, tebyaliwo. Now kati yembozi. Ogenda kulaba circles enjawulo. Ogenda kulaba federations popping in left, right and center. Buli muntu ayina abantu ajja kwegatta bajje bagambe tulina circle. Before you know it, ojja kulaba circle y'abaki. What's the most weird thing? Yabeetunda. Sorry to say that. But your trend. Do I blame them? No, I don't. Blame the system creating the embedded whereby someone has to resort to kwegata, kubera organized, so that they access funds kubwerere. Because obalazenti, you can give out the billions.
But for us as government, we need to deal with organized people. And that's why we assisted them to ensure they register. Yeah, but they will run it themselves. Okay. We are not going to run it for them.
Okay, the rest of that will be we support. So this is the official Federation of Uganda Social Media Influencers Limited, officially not.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Mr. Minister, for your time. Thank you so much.
Yeyembera Federation yaba social media influencers was launched. So associations would come, nezibera once wa federation, same thing. Ngawa musicians. Of course, I won't be surprised nga MC Cuts as a president. Nga achukulembera, ngenkugambe I do not blame him. Sijja kujja wano mukubeme misumali mukubeme bituli. No, I won't. We need to focus on the bigger problem of the system creating the need for people to form associations, circles, and federations. Tweyongereyo some good news. Railway, SGR. Kenya ya announcing nti bagenda ku extending SGR from Naivasha etuuke e Malaba. It's a game changer. For anyone akola business, okimanyi bulungi nti okuva e Malaba okutuuka e Nairobi alone can take you 18 hours. Ng'oli mu trailer. Eno game changer nnyo. Engeri gye tukolamu business as a country Uganda tuli landlocked. Tugenda funa access ku port Mombasa in a snap. Okutambuza emmali from Malaba to Nairobi alone kiyinza okutwalira essaawa 18. It can take you 18 hours to move from Malaba to Nairobi. Yes, oluguudo olungi on the side of Kenya, but it's slow. So kulaba nti Kenya egambye egenda ku extendinga SGR from Naivasha ejje Malaba, it's a game changer. Naivasha, Kisumu, Malaba kikyusa ebintu bingi. Even travel. Imagine before obadde olina okulinnya bus ekutwala e Nairobi mu kaseera kano kigenda kutwala akaseera katono nnyo okutuuka e Mombasa. Because bade bagamba nti from Malaba to Nairobi kijja kutwalira 4 hours. Meaning omuntu agenda e Mombasa from Nairobi to Mombasa ngokosa SGR kitwala 6 hours. Meaning from Malaba to Mombasa, if you're traveling, kijja kutwalira essaawa 10. Before, you could travel for almost 2 days. Journey ebadde mpanvu. So yinza ogamba nti it's a massive game changer. The sad thing is nti eggwanga lyaffe for us, we are reluctant okugipushinga into the country, which I think would solve so many issues. Travel, business, but still, move nungi. Kijja kyusa engeri gye tukolamu import and export, especially goods, ennene. Naleka video nga bagiraunchinga, and I would say I was impressed. Kusaidi ya Kenya, things are happening. Na efe we are dormant. Twebase. Ebintu nga bino should happen immediately. Okutegera nti mali ejja kutambula bweti. Before okutambula between Mombasa and Nairobi, dwalinga lutalo. njagala omuntu andaba oba totugangayo ogezeeko okutambulawo mu mmotoka wala newe olinnya train 6 hours from Mombasa to Nairobi. Can imagine from Nairobi to Malaba nga kitwalira 4 hours. Kigenda kyusa buli kimu. Watch.
On Saturday, President William Ruto and his Ugandan counterpart Yoweri Museveni presided over the launch of the next phase of the Standard Gauge Railway.
We now have the Kisumu-Malaba Standard Gauge Railway Phase 2C project officially launched.
The SGR is expected to connect Kisumu to Malaba and finally link Kenya to Uganda and the wider East African region. Speaking during the launch, President Ruto stressed the importance of regional connectivity to boost economic growth.
Infrastructure development does not just connect places, it often creates them. It determines where opportunity thrives, where investment flows, and where prosperity takes root.
Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni says the move will see an ease in transportation of cargo, which has been taking too much time on the roads.
Our plan is to transfer all heavy cargo to the railway. Indio maana ya hii mradi.
President Ruto this week was in Narok to launch the Phase 2B of the project, stretching it to Kisumu. The head of state noted that cargo volumes from Mombasa port hit 7.37 million tons in the first half of 2025, with nearly 70% destined for Uganda. However, transporting goods from Mombasa to Malaba takes about 80 hours, and reaching Kampala can...
80 hours. Sawa chinana. From Mombasa to Malaba, 80 hours. Imagining okola business. Of course, the slower it is, the more money you pay in terms of time. Because time is money. Mukasera kano, which much gonna twala from, because I'm very sure from Mombasa to Nairobi, 6 hours. From Nairobi to Malaba, 4 hours. That's a massive, massive, massive game changer. It's a fantastic move, Luakuba, to know kuzimbe yafe now. If we can successfully build ours, again okutuuka ekasese, then trade, import and export mugwanga again akuchuuka nnyo.
Extend 100 hours with SGR, this is bound to change.
That line will connect our industrial corridor in Nairobi to the agricultural heartlands of Narok, Bomet, Kericho, and Nyamira, and ultimately to Kisumu.
The railway is part of the rationalization of our transport system, especially on the Uganda side, which is irrational and wasteful.
President Ruto says Uganda has confirmed plans to extend the line further to Kasese once it reaches Malaba. The cost of extending the railway to Malaba border is estimated to be 500 billion Kenya shillings.
Kisumu oye! Kisumu oye!
The SGR built between 2013 and 2019 currently connects Mombasa, Nairobi and Naivasha, with plans to extend it to Uganda having stalled after China declined to offer additional financing. The cost of the project has been a subject of conversation, with Kenya currently spending 129.3 billion annually to service the debt owed to China, an amount higher than the revenue generated by the railway, which is approximately 21.3 billion Kenya shillings.
Massive. So massive. I'm happy about this. I think omuntu andaba you can tell I'm very passionate about trade, import and export, especially ebintu ebiyita ku mwalo. Because that's where the money is, sente ziri awo. So kulaba nti oyina business otambuza emmali ngekutwalira ennaku 3 okutuuka mu warehouse, okutuuka gye badde eraga nga railway egenda gikaatinga close to 10 hours. Of course wajja kubawo clearance biki it might be a little bit more, but it's safer, it's faster, it's more efficient. Long term in terms of time and money, it's going to be cheap. Nalabya compilation NBS Jakoze, which was so beautiful. Ngabakwa facts about the SGR. Watch.
The quick facts about the standard gauge railway that has been commissioned by President William Ruto and his Ugandan counterpart Yoweri Museveni. Let's take a look at those facts and see what you need to know. Now, Uganda and Kenya reached the agreement in 2025. This project is part of the larger Naivasha-Kisumu-Malaba SGR extension spanning 371 kilometers. It's estimated to be completed by 2028. And now, Kenya's SGR 120 kilometers expansion is estimated to cost over $5.5 billion US, which is shillings in Uganda 20.7 trillion. Now, those are some of the facts. We'll continue to look at other facts. We have Uganda's 272-kilometer section is projected at 3 billion shillings. That is 3 billion US dollars. That is 11.3 trillion Ugandan shillings. And Uganda has so far had engagements with Islamic Development Bank to contribute 1.7 trillion to this project. Still looking at some of the facts about the Kisumu Malawa SGR project. Now, another fact is Uganda's 227-kilometer section is projected at $3 billion. I think that one we had already looked at. Now, the SGR is expected to be completed by 2028, covering Uganda to DR Congo, South Sudan, Rwanda, and Burundi.
Imagine like Uganda, DR Congo, South Sudan, Rwanda, and Burundi. Wow.
In terms of capacity, the
Ate chances of guarantee the projection is 2028. Of course, they are financing this, meaning they have to do it on time. Basolo kuza sente. So, if you remove the factor of corruption, if this thing is done, chigana choose gwanga lyafe massively. No matter which political party you support, in chimanya abantu banji, sometimes in the comment section, if a country does something nice, there are people in the comment section who don't want omuntu okwogera ku kintu ekirungi if Uganda has done it. Obulamu tebuli bwebutyo. No, life should not move like that. If something positive happens in the country, kiweeko endowooza. Tojja kubeera ku negative buli kaseera. Kino kiyamba buli muntu, everyone. The cost of products zijja kukka. Abantu abakola business, if you're into business, eno game changer. Especially nga ojja emmali from abroad. Because Uganda, we are landlocked. This is one of the ways engeri gye tuggulawo ensi yaffe. Uganda Airlines oyinza okugamba nti they failed us. Baaliwo oba weebali naye, it's like a shadow. But this will change everything.
Will carry about 1,096 passengers and 4,000 tons of freight. This should be good news, especially for the traders. It's also meant to reduce travel time from Nairobi to Kampala from 14 hours to 4 hours. It will cut freight costs by 35%, enhance regional trade and integration, create jobs, and stimulate economic growth.
That was a very good segment. In Chimanyi, there's someone out there, ayinza okubanga you against this. Nga golowooza, it's not a good idea for Uganda to be opened up in terms of business, in terms of access to the port Mombasa. Njagala mpendowooza mu comment section oba okirwanisa tweyongereyo. Nabadde ndaba YouTube and I saw a very, very disturbing interview. Yabadde ku channel ya MC Mayor. Interview simbi, but then waliwo phone call yakolebwa. And I think police should crack down abakyala bano. Nga omukyala bade bamutestinga. Oba nkiyite online prostitution. It seems to be happening in the country underground. I think police should act on this. Police should look for these women. We cannot promote indecency mu ggwanga bweti to a level of now people prostituting themselves ku WhatsApp. The discussion was very uncomfortable. Era nkuwoninga gwandaba oba oli kumpi n'omwana sooka oveewo. Omukyala was willing to come and see a stranger ku mitwalo 12 amuweeko. Ate nga oyinza okugamba gwe mulimu gwe. Watch.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
Good. Jovia?
Yes.
I got your number on hotkampala.com.
Yes, I know.
I'm around Makerere. You're around Makerere here?
Yes, I'm here at Makerere Road.
So from the sound of things, check our website, kwebali nga omuntu ajjako ennamba yaabwe n'abakubira, then they deliver. Sad. Police, look into this. Website nga zino, that's indecency, okwetunda. Society is decaying, degenerating. Tukulaakulana, ka segment kensembe y'okukola twogera ku SGR, right now, tuli mu prostitution ya online. Tudda mabega as a country. This should be illegal. Look for them.
I want to be with you because I'm bored.
It's okay, you come.
I come, or you can come at my place.
I come your place?
Yeah, you can come at my place here alone. Allow them okay. There here.
Where exactly? The name of the place?
After Texo good one song okirira katono natoka kusatu.
Oli mu hotel? Oli ewo?
Ndi wange.
Okay, ugenda kuba 15.
15 nawe nga mingi Jovia.
Nyingi mukwano obadde oyina ebitooti.
Tugenda kola ogenda kumpa for service baby.
Ani ngenda kukuwa ebirungi gwe.
Ngaki?
Nwane. Omusibe ayagala ebyononese. akasibu akasembeza ku microphone agavuuka gagala ebyononese
ninakuwa kabije kuweka sex kuweka massage kuweka romance kukolera ebintu ebirungi
ateka battling banga nange bange ndabikuwa byo nanga bo bimpaga wembikuddeza nange nsijja ko banga ntudde butuzaawo
ati tugenda byewa stage
kati nange ndakuwa ogenda kunsalira ko baby wange oberenga champion wange nga buli benfata mungira mbera naawe ndakuwa 10 ate nga tukola byonna tonyomerwe mpaka kuwulira abo bitu yalasoka tumyamu ne ku mwenge
weteramu ekyebiri
onywamu
iye
katika maliza wanankubiri nkuwa location
ogenda kunterako transport zije
tofaayo baby kasi wemtereko WhatsApp wanataka kufana hivyo kale baby girl I can't wait to see you.
Me too.
Sad chanako society eri mu kuvunda. Imagine ebintu nga bino happen oyayinza okubanga muganda wo muwalawo ngali ku online akola si delivery yetunda. We need a crackdown of some of these websites. We need a crackdown of some of these TikTok groups, TikTok pages, TikTok personalities. Kwebali, they advertise online, yingira WhatsApp group, mutwalo gumu, and this nonsense, this shit is happening. Gena ku MC Meya, olabe interview na yonna, omwe subscription. Muvubuka musufunya, akola wako mulungi. Njakusaba mpendo woza ya mu comment section wansawo. Njabala mu video dako. Peace.